Come all ye sons of liberty and listen to me song. I'll tell you me observations and it won't take very long. Why, I've fossicked around this continent 500 mile or more, and it's many's the time I might have stopped but for the cheek I bore. I've been on all the diggings, boys, from famous Ballarat. I've long tommed on the Lachlan and fossicked Lamb and Flat. So you can understand me, boys, from just my little rhyme. I'm a Maryborough Miner and I'm one of the good old time. I went to the Fitzroy River, chaps, all with me Bendigo rig. I had a long shovel, a pick and a pan, and it's for a licence I begged. But the assayman called me a loafer, said for work I'd no desire. And for to do him justice, me lads, well, I set his office on fire. Oh yes, me jolly rambling chaps, well, I've done it on the cross. Although I carry me Bluey now, why, I've sweated many a horse. And I've helped to rob the escort of many an ounce of gold. And the traps have trailed upon my tail more times than I've ever told. Oh yes, the traps have trailed me and been frightened out of their stripes. They never would have caught me, for they feared me cure for gripes. And well they knew I carried it, for they'd very often seen it glistening in me flipper chaps, my patent pill machine. I'm one of the men that cradled on the reef at Tarrangar. Anxiety and misery, me grim companions there. Why, I paddle the clay at Bendigo, and I chance me arm at Kew, and I wound up me avocation with 10 years at Cockatoo. My name is Jack, I'm a jolly taro, and I've just returned from the sea so far. Oh, my name is Jack, I'm a jolly tar, and I've just returned from the sea so far. With me doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. As Jack was a-walking down London City, well, a squire and a lady were making their way. Jackie heard the old squire say, "Tonight with you, love, I mean fit to stay." With me doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Well, you must tie a string all around your finger, with the other end of the string hanging out the window. And I'll slip by and I'll pull the string, and you must come down, love, and let me in with me doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Then me says old Jack, if I don't venture foot to go and pull that string hanging out the window. So Jackie slipped by and he pulled the string, and the lady come down and she let old Jack in with his doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Well, the squire come by, was singing a song and thinking to himself how it wouldn't be long. But when he got there, no string he found. Alas, his hopes they were dashed to the ground, and his doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. 'Twas early next morning, 'twas just getting light, and the lady jumped out of bed in a terrible fright. For there was old Jack with his tarry old shirt. Behold his face, it was covered with dirt, and his doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Oh, what is this? Oh, you tarry sailor, breaking in a lady's bedroom to steal a treasure. Oh, no, says old Jack, I just pulled the string, and you came down and let me in with me doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Oh, then says old Jack, will you please pardon me while I'll just slip away by the dawn of the day? Oh, no, says the lady, don't stray too far, for I never will part with me jolly Jack Tar and his doom, yamma-ding, yamma-doom, yamma-day. Praise boss when morning work bells chime. Praise boss for scraps of overtime. Praise boss's bloody wars we fight. Praise boss fat leech and parasite. Ah, shit. If you ever want to rise in pay, all you gotta do is go and ask the boss for it, and he will give it to you. And he will give it to you, me boys, and he will give it to you. A rise in pay without delay, he will give it to you. Oh, put it on the ground, spread it all around, and dig it with a hoe. It'll make your garden grow. For the men who own the industries, I'm shedding bitter tears. They haven't made a single dime in over 30 years. In over 30 years, me boys, in over 30 years. Not one thin dime in all that time. In over 30 years, oh, put it on the ground, spread it all around, and dig it with a hoe. It'll make your garden grow. Oh, it's good to work on holidays or when the day is done. Why should they pay us overtime for having so much fun? For having so much fun, me boys, for having so much fun. Pay overtime would be a crime for having so much fun. I'll put it on the ground, spread it all around, and dig it with a hoe. It'll make your garden grow. Oh, the cost of living ain't so high, I told me wife Miranda. This talk of living being high, it's Russian propaganda. It's Russian propaganda, boys. It's Russian propaganda. From Molotov to Popov, it's Russian propaganda. I'll put it on the ground, spread it all around, and dig it with a hoe. It'll make your garden grow. We're happy little Aussies and we've lots of wealthy mates. The money they've invested here puts food upon our plates. They're mining in the temperate and in the torrid zone, because we can't be trusted to do it on our own. Thanks to the Yanks for drilling for the oil, you'll find us very grateful and you'll find us very loyal. Pray send us lots of capital and lots of expertise, and send across the CIA to keep us on our knees. Some people say uranium's too dangerous to touch. The conservation lobby keeps on talking double Dutch. The stuff is really harmless, Lang Hancock told us that, and he's too rich and clever to be talking through his hat. Thanks to the Japs, it's lovely being friends. They might have once been thoughtless, but since then they've made amends. The past is ancient history, don't go opening up old sores. For mining and investment is easier than wars. The Holden's in the garage and the beer is in the can. The house is filled with plastic shit from Taiwan and Japan. The colour telly's blaring and the dinner's on the plate. And Digger's looking thoughtful, but he's 30 years too late. Thanks to the Yanks for drilling for the oil, you'll find us very grateful and you'll find us very loyal. Pray send us lots of capital and lots of expertise, and send across the CIA to keep us on our knees. I've been a Wild Rover this many a year, spent all my money on whiskey and beer, but now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the Wild Rover no more, and it's no, never, no more. I never will play the Wild Rover no more. I went into a shanty I used to frequent, and told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can get any day, and it's no, never, no more. I never will play the Wild Rover no more. Then I drew from my pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. Says she, I have whiskey and wines are the best, and the words that I'd spoken were only in jest, and it's no, no, never, no, never no more. I never, never, never will play the Wild Rover no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they will do so as often before, I never will play the Wild Rover no more. And it's no, no, never, no, never no more. I never, never, never will play the Wild Rover no more. In the dark of the morning, where day seldom comes, and the night time's as long as it's dark, where your world is a shelter, a hut's upon ice, and the climate is cruel and it's dark. But it's time for a drop of the juice frae the still, and it's time for a laugh and a song. For you sing and you fight and you drink through the night, till the last of the homebrew is gone. Long months on an island and nowhere to go, and loneliness filling your head. So you put on the front, let a joke take the brunt, and some stay alive but they're dead. But it's time for a drop of the juice frae the still, and it's time for a laugh and a song. For you sing and you fight and you drink through the night, till the last of the homebrew is gone. Some people are different, take Pat or take Jim. The pair of them couldn't agree, for Patty would slaughter the truth with the tale, and the funny side Jim couldn't see. But it's time for a drop of the juice frae the still, and it's time for a laugh and a song. For you sing and you fight and you drink through the night, till the last of the homebrew is gone. On islands in cities you'll find it's the same, where thinking has somehow gone wrong, where a man with a lot will behave like a clod, and the man who is broke sings a song. But it's time for a drop of the juice frae the still, and it's time for a laugh and a song. For you sing and you fight and you drink through the night, till the last of the homebrew is gone. I'm only a backblock shearer, as easily can be seen. I've shore in all the sheds out back, on the plains of the riverine. I've shore in all the famous sheds and seen big tallies done, but somehow or other I can't tell why I never became a gun. Hurrah, me boys, me shears are set, I feel both fit and well. Tomorrow you'll find me at me pen, when the gaffer rings the bell. With Hayden's pate and thumb guards fixed and both me blades pulled back. Tomorrow I go with me sardine blow, for the century or the sack. As the boss walked down the board this morning, he stopped and stared at me, for I'd mastered Moran's great shoulder cart, as he could plainly see. But now I've another surprise for him that'll give his nerves a shock. Tomorrow I'll show him I have mastered Pierce's rant and block. Hurrah, me boys, me shears are set, I feel both fit and well. Tomorrow you'll find me at me pen, when the gaffer rings the bell. With Hayden's pate and thumb guards fixed and both me blades pulled back. Tomorrow I go with me sardine blow, for the century or the sack. I've opened up the windpipe straight, I've opened behind the ear. I've shore in all the possible styles in which a man might cheer. I've studied all the cuts and drives of the famous men I've met, but I've never succeeded in plastering up those three little figures yet. Hurrah, me boys, me shears are set, I feel both fit and well. Tomorrow's find me at me pen, when the gaffer rings the bell. With Hayden's pate and thumb guards fixed and both my blades pulled back. Tomorrow I go with me sardine blow, for the century or the sack. And if I succeed as I expect to do, next year I intend to share at the Wagga demonstration that's held there every year. And there I'll lower the colours of Mitchell and Co. Instead of deeming you will hear of Widgegoweera Joe. Hurrah, me boys, me shears are set, I feel both fit and well. Tomorrow you'll find me at me pen, when the gaffer rings the bell. With Hayden's pate and thumb guards fixed and both my blades pulled back. Tomorrow I go with me sardine blow, for the century or the sack. In the place where our city was destroyed, where we buried the ashes of the ones that we loved, there the green grass grows and the white waving weeds. Deadly the harvest of 2 atom bombs. So brothers and sisters, you must watch and take care. The 3rd atom bomb never comes. The sky hangs like a shroud overhead, and the sun's in the cage of the black hovering cloud. No birds fly in the leaden sky. Deadly the harvest of 2 atom bombs. So brothers and sisters, you must watch and take care. The 3rd atom bomb never comes. Gentle rain gathers poison from the sky, and the fish carry death in the depths of the seas. Fishing boats are idle, their owners are blind. Deadly the harvest of 2 atom bombs. So landsmen and seamen, you must watch and take care. The 3rd atom bomb never comes. All that men have created with their hands and their minds for the glory of the world that we live in, now it can be smashed in a moment, destroyed. Deadly the harvest of 2 atom bombs. So people of the world, you must watch and take care. The 3rd atom bomb never comes. Don't you hear that H-bomb's thunder echo like the crack of doom as they rend the skies asunder? Fallout makes the earth a tomb. Do you want your homes to tumble, rise in smoke against the sky? Will you see your cities crumble? Will you see your children die? Men and women, stand together. Do not heed those men of war. Make your mind up now or never. Ban the bomb forevermore. Tell the leaders of the nations, make the whole wide world take heed. Poison from the radiations strikes at every race and creed. Will you put mankind in danger, murder folk in distant lands? Will you bring death to a stranger, have his blood upon your hands? Men and women, stand together. Do not heed those men of war. Make your mind up now or never. Ban the bomb forevermore. Will you lay the world in ruin? Only you can make the choice. Only think of what you're doing. Join the march and raise your voice. Time is short, we must be speedy. We can see the hungry fill. House the homeless, help the needy. Shall we blast or shall we build? Men and women, stand together. Do not heed those men of war. Make your mind up now or never. Ban the bomb forevermore. Sad story I'll tell if you'll listen to me, about 2 men who could never agree. What one said was white, the other called black, and they'd argue a while and then step out the back, and it's on. All reason and logic are gone. Winning the fight won't prove that you're right. It's sad, it's true, but it's on. Oh, when it was over, they'd come back, and then the argument would become heated again. Who'd won the last round they couldn't decide, till one asked the other, would he step outside, and it's on. All reason and logic are gone. Winning the fight won't prove that you're right. It's sad, it's true, but it's on. They'd been fighting so long that could neither recall what in the first place had started it all. Still they were at it day in and day out. They were fighting to see what they were fighting about, and it's on. All reason and logic are gone. Winning the fight won't prove that you're right. It's sad, it's true, but it's on. Oh, how would it be if teachers in schools came to agreement by Queensberry's rules? Could easily be argued the square root of 4 was 16 less 3 plus a smack in the jaw, and it's on. All reason and logic are gone. Winning the fight won't prove that you're right. It's sad, it's true, but it's on. When governments think that it makes better sense to save on education and spend on defence, should easily be argued on the same grounds that elections should be held the best of 10 rounds, and it's on. All reason and logic are gone. Winning the fight won't prove that you're right. It's sad, it's true, but it's on. There's someone up there watching over me. The signs are there and plain for all to see. He's never far away, but I'm reminded every day there's someone up there watching over me. Got a letter from the postman yesterday. The stamp was on, the postmark looked okay, but the envelope had knife marks in the glue. P.S. and all the best from you-know-who. There's someone up there watching over me. The signs are there plain for all to see. He's never far away, but I'm reminded every day there's someone up there watching over me. A woman rang me on the telephone, saying, whisper sweet and tell me you're alone. Maybe I'm not, and then maybe I am. Perhaps you'd better send a telegram. There's someone up there watching over me. The signs are there and plain for all to see. He's never far away, but I'm reminded every day there's someone up there watching over me. I answered the front door and I said yes. He said, I'm sorry, it's the wrong address. I shut the door, but he had been too quick. A button on his overcoat went click. There's someone up there watching over me. The signs are there and plain for all to see. He's never far away, but I'm reminded every day there's someone up there watching over me. I went to the trades hall to pay me dues. I was talking to a friend exchanging news, when a bowl of flowers crackled and it spat, and a voice said, "Speak up please, the battery's flat." There's someone up there watching over me. The signs are there and plain for all to see. He's never far away, but I'm reminded every day there's someone up there watching over me. My daddy was a cowboy and I followed in his footsteps, riding the range. My chaps are white, my shirt is red, and I wear my Stetson till I'm dead. I'll keep my boots on the table. I'll brand my cows and turn them free, but the brand ain't what it used to be, 'cause now I ride a horse with a Union label. Old paint, a prouder horse there ain't, 'cause my old paint is a horse with a Union label. When I was a little feller and I seen a cowboy picture, my daddy told me that cowboy's life is mighty lean when he ain't herding cows on the movie screen. So here's what your daddy's advising: when you swing that lariat, you're one of the proletariat. So get yourself a horse, start organizing. Old paint, a prouder horse there ain't, 'cause my old paint is a horse with a Union label. I went down to the old corral to pick me out a bronco, like my daddy told me. I looked them over one by one, and there was a great big stallion like you wouldn't see in no millionaire stable. He was wild and proud and free, and he pawed the sky, and he looked at me, and blazing on his side was a Union label. Old paint, a prouder horse there ain't, 'cause my old paint, he's a horse with a Union label. Well, the foreman, he was standing there, he said by God he'd ride him. Paint, he just snickered, 'cause the guy was a company man, that's why he landed on his can. He went home a-crying for mother, but I showed old Paint my Union card. He said to me, "Climb right on, partner, I've got plenty of room for a Union brother." Old paint, a prouder horse there ain't, 'cause my paint. He's a horse with the Union label. Someday I'll be laid to rest, but I've got a feeling Paint he'll never die. He'll thunder through the wild mesquite and be on time for a Union meeting, proud, fearless and able. And working folk throughout the land will know he's a good American who rides on a horse with a Union label. Old paint, a prouder horse there ain't, 'cause my old Paint, he's a horse with the Union label. Bluey ran a big machine in a Sydney engineering shop. He knew what made those wheels go round, and he also knew what made 'em stop. He watched those wheels go round and round till his eyes were whirring, and both his ears were damn near deaf with wheels and wheels a-whirring. It won't run like it is, mate, better rearrange it. It hasn't got a clue, mate, someone's got to change it. Fellow, what's the matter with your eyesight? Can't you see? The thing won't run right. Well, he checked each rod and pinion wheel, and he checked each cam and ratchet. He told the charge and what to do, 'cause he was gonna snatch it. Oh Lord, don't fence me, and he cried, I'm born to be a rover. I'll go and I'll rove the great outback, I'll be a cattle drover. It won't run like it is, mate, better rearrange it. It hasn't got a clue, mate, someone's got to change it. Fellow, what's the matter with your eyesight? Can't you see? The thing won't run right. Well, he drove 'em east and he drove 'em west and down across the river. Says Bluey, how I wish this horse would turn into a flivver. This cattle drovan's full of snags, it isn't such a lark, boys. If I ever see another cow, well, it's me for Callan Park, boys. It won't run like it is, mate, better rearrange it. It hasn't got a clue, mate, someone's got to change it. Fellow, what's the matter with your eyesight? Can't you see? The thing won't run right. Well, Bluey fronted up again at the Sydney engineering shop. He knew what made the wheels go round, but someone else had made 'em stop. The sergeant said, "Why, start a bloke, huh? Man, you must be balmy. Why, we sacked a dozen yesterday. Why don't you join the army? It won't run like it is, mate. Better rearrange it. It hasn't got a clue, mate. Someone's gotta change it. Fellow, what's the matter with your eyesight? Can't you see? The thing won't run right. The night fell black on the quiet sea. The Birchgrove Park rode restlessly. A collier on the short run down of 19 men. There were 8 men to drown. A sudden lurch as she slid below, the way that all the colliers go. If homebound men had battened down, there'd be 8 good men who would not have drowned. Oh, Sydney waters are green and cold, take life from men with a freezing hold. They say that men on the colliers drown when the cargo rolls not battened down. Oh, beckoning lights of Sydney town, still beckoning men as the ship goes down. It is for the love of your winking lights that colliers drown on lonely nights. The troops of Geyer clad in black are we, hi-ho, and we will stamp out tyranny, hi-ho. Beam and ho, forward go, on the castle roof let the red cock crow. Beam and ho, forward go, on the castle roof let the red cock crow. When Adam dug and Eve did toil, hi-ho, no princes trespassed on their soil, hi-ho. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. Bold Geyer's men their arrows shoot, the nights are laid low. His banner bears a peasant's boot to stand about the foe. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. The noble's only God is pride. Hi-ya-ho, the Holy Scripture is our guide. Hi-ya-ho, beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. We're beaten though our cause is right. Hi-ya-ho, our sons will carry on the fight. Hi-ya-ho, beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. Beam and ho, forward go. On the castle roof let the red cock crow. For man is only human, he must eat before he can think. Kind words are only empty air, and not his food or drink. Then left, right, left, then left, right, left, there's a place, comrade, for you. March with us in the Workers' United Front, for you are a worker too. And since a worker's a worker, he'd rather not have boots in his face. He wants nobody at his beck or call, nor be ruled by a master race. Then left, right, left, then left, right, left, there's a place, comrade, for you. March with us in the Workers' United Front, for you are a worker too. And since a worker's a worker, no class can free him but his own. The emancipation of the working class is a job for the workers alone. Then left, right, left, then left, right, left, there's a place, comrade, for you. March with us in the Workers' United Front, for you are a worker too. Then left, right, left, then left, right, left. It's a place, comrade, for you. March with us in the Workers' United Front, for you are a worker too. There once was a farmer who lived by the creek. You could see by his long hair that he was a frequent churchgoer, and more to the point, he wouldn't say no if you passed him a jug of brown ale or even a glass. But better than that would be acres of wood chip and wasteland as clean as the Pope. For he loved to ramble and he loved his rifles and bullets, meat every day. And when he got home he would roll up a parcel of goodies to give to his guests, and always kept watch for the famous devoted protectors of justice and law. If you like my story, I'll sing you some more. To market with pockets of cash. Home again, bags full of cabbages and taters. I do like 'em mashed. When we got home we'd get thoroughly clean before dinner, not a thing out of place. When father got in he was out of his favourite sports jacket and decked out in tweed. He sat down quite slowly and passed out the dumplings and gravy for mother and me. It's a sweet little story about T-H-E-E-N-D. There was a house upon a hill, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay, and in that house 8 men did dwell, hullabaloo-balay. One got up and shook his fist, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay, said I'll get stronger than the rest, hullabaloo-balay. He first began to cheat and steal, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay, and then set fire to their field, hullabaloo-balay. You turned their heads and let him be, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay. He upped and murdered 3, hullabaloo-balay. He murdered 3 and wanted more, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay. Turned upon the other 4, hullabaloo-balay. But when this murder foul he tried, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay, he's found them standing side by side, hullabaloo-balay. They all stood side by side that day, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay. They left his bones to rot away, hullabaloo-balay. This is the ending of me song, hullabaloo-balay, hullabaloo-balay. 1 was weak but 4 was strong, hullabaloo-balay. name, it is Fred, in Sydney born and bred. For the inner city used to be me own boys, but it's caused me heart to grieve, for I've gotta take my leave, and across the western suburbs I must roam, boys. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Oh, where is me pub, me little local pub, where we used to have a beer when we were dry boys? Now you can't get in the door, for there's carpet on the floor, and you won't be served a beer without a tie, boys. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Oh, where is me house, me little terrace house? It's all gone for profit and for plunder, for the wreckers of the town just come up and knocked it down, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Now before I even knew it, we were shifted to Mount Druitt, and the planners never gave me any say, boys. Now it really makes me weep, I'm just at home to sleep, for it takes me hours to get to work each day, boys. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Now I'm living in a box in the west suburban blocks, and the place is nearly driving me to tears, boys. Poorly planned and badly built, and mortgaged to the hilt, and they say it will be mine in 40 years, boys. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away, and across the western suburbs we must wander. Now before the city's wrecked, these developers must be checked, for it's plain they see they do not give a bugger. And we soon will see the day, if these bandits have their way, we will all be shifted out past Wagga Wagga. Under concrete and glass, Sydney's disappearing fast. It's all gone for profit and for plunder. Though we really want to stay, they keep driving us away. And across the western suburbs we must wander. I went to a dance on a Saturday night. We were doing the old 1, 2, 3. And some folk were happy just drinking their rum, and some folk were smoking their tea. All the band started up and it set us a pace, and the dancers were pounding the floor, jumping and thrashing and coloured lights flashing, and nobody wanting for more. I danced with the lady who had a tattoo, and danced with the lady from Spain, and I danced with the fella who said he was God, but he couldn't recall why he came. Such a beautiful sight I never did see. The people all laughing and gay, filling the hall with their dancing and talk, and turning the night into day. We danced past the midnight and into the dawn, and we danced until 4:45. And we went home to bed with a smile on our head. We'd been dancing at the old New World Ball. I went to a dance on a Saturday night. We were doing the old 1, 2, 3. And some folk were happy just drinking their rum, and some folk were smoking their tea. For honest poverty wha hangs his head, and all that the coward slave we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For other and other, our toils obscure and other, the rank is but the guinea stamp, the man's the gold for other. What though on hamely fare we dine, well hoarding grey and other, give fools their silk and knaves their wine, a man's a man for other. For other and other, the tinsel show and other, the honest man, though e'er say poor, is king of men for other. You see on Becky Court a lord was struts and stairs and all that, though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a coof for other. For other and other, his ribbon star and other, the man of independent mind, he looks and laughs at other. A prince can make a belted knight, a marquis, duke, and all that. Though an honest man's aboon his might, good faith he maun afford. For other and other, their dignities and all that, the pith of sense and pride of worth, are higher rank than other. Then let us pray that come it may, and come it will for other, that sense and worth o'er all the earth may bear the grief for other. For other and other, it's common yet and all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that. Come all you weary travellers, it's out of work now mine, and take a trip to Bungaree, and it's plenty there you'll find. Take a trial with the Cockies, you can take it straight from me. I'm very sure you'll rue the day that you first saw Bungaree. Well, how I came this weary way, I mean to let you know. Being out of employment and I didn't know where to go, I went to the register office and there I did agree to take a job of clearing for a cocky in Bungaree. His homestead was made of surface mud and his roof of mouldy thatch. The doors and windows hung by a nail with never a bolt or a catch, and the chickens walked over the table, such a sight you never did see. One laid an egg in the old tin plate of that cocky in Bungaree. Was early the very next morning, it was the usual go. He rattled a plate for breakfast before the sun did show. The stars were shining gloriously and the moon was high, you see. I thought before the sun would rise I'd die in Bungaree. And when I came in to supper, it was just on 9:30. And when I had it 8, well, I reckoned it was my bedtime. But the cocky, he came over to me and he said with a merry laugh, I'll want you here for an hour or two to cut a bale of chaff. And when this job was over, I had to nurse the youngest child. Whenever I made a bit of a joke, well, his missus, she would smile. And the old fella, he got jealous and looked like he'd murder me. And there he sat and he whipped the cat, that Cocky in Bungaree. Well, when I'd done me first week's work, I reckoned I'd had enough. I went up to that Cocky and I asked him for me stuff. I went straight into Ballarat and it didn't take me long. I went straight into the Sayers Hotel and I blued me £1. And now my job is over and I'm at liberty. I'll never forget the day I met that Cocky in Bungaree. A dialogue I'll tell you as true as my life, between a coalowner and a poor pitman's wife. She was a-travelling all on the highway. She met a coalowner and she did say, "Derry down, 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 derry down." "Good morning, Lord Firedamp, this woman," she said. "I'll do you no harm, so don't be afraid. If you'd been where I'd been the most of my life, well, you wouldn't turn pale at the poor pitman's wife. Derry down, 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 derry down." "And where do you come from?" the coalowner cried. "I come from hell," a woman replied. "If you come from hell, then tell me right plain, oh, how you can try to get out again. Derry down, 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 derry down." Oh, how I got out, the truth I will tell. They're turning the poor folk all out of hell. This to make way for the rich wicked race, for there is a great number of them in that place. Derry down, 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 derry down. And the coalowner selves is the next on command to arrive in hell, as I understand. For I heard the old devil say as I come out that the coalowners all had received their route. Derry down, 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 derry down. How does the devil behave in that place? Oh, sir, he is cruel to the rich wicked race, far more cruel than you can suppose. Even like a mad bull with a ring through his nose. Derry down, 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 Derry, down. If you be a Coalowner, sir, take my advice. Agree with your men and give them a full price. For if and you do not, I know very well, you will be in great danger of going to hell. Derry, down, 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 Derry, down. Who killed Davey Moore? Tell me why and what's the reason for? Not I, said the referee, don't point your little finger at me. Sure, I could have stopped it in the 8th and saved him from his terrible fate. But the crowd would have booed, I'm sure, at not getting their money's worth. Too bad he had to go, there's pressure on me too, you know. No, you can't blame me at all, it wasn't me that made him fall. Who killed Davey Moore? Tell me why and what's the reason for? Not I, said the angry crowd whose screams filled the arena aloud. Too bad he had to go that night, but we just like to see a good fight. No, you can't blame us for his death, we just like to see some sweat, and there ain't nothing wrong in that. No, you can't blame me at all, it wasn't me that made him fall. You killed Davey Moore, tell me why and what's the reason for? Not I, said his manager, puffing hard in his big cigar. It's hard to say, it's hard to tell, I always thought that he was well. Too bad for his wife and kids, he's dead, but if he was sick he should have said, no, you can't blame me at all, it wasn't me that made him fall. Who killed Davey Moore? Tell me why and what's the reason for? Not I, said the boxing writer, pound the print in his old typewriter. No, boxing's not to blame, there's just much danger in a football game. No, boxing's here to stay, it's just the old American way. No, you can't blame me at all, it wasn't me that made him fall. Who killed Davey Moore? Tell me why and what's the reason for? Not I, said the man whose fists laid him low in a cloud of mist, who came here from Cuba's door where boxing ain't allowed no more. I hit him, yes, it's true, but that's what I was paid to do. Don't say murder, don't say kill, it was destiny, God's will. Who killed Davey Moore? Tell me why and what's the reason for? Oh, the shearing is all over and the wool is coming down, and I mean to get a wife, me boys, when I get into town. Everything that has two legs represents itself to view, from the little paddy melon to the buck and kangaroo. Oh, roll up your blankets and let's make a push. I'll take you up the country and show you the bush. I'll be bound you won't get such a chance another day. So come and take possession of the old Bullock Dray. Oh, I've saved up a good cheque and I mean to buy a team. And when I get a wife, me boys, I'll be all serene. For calling at the depot, they say there's no delay. For to pick a van of cider for the old Bullock Dray. Oh, roll up your blankets and let's make a push. I'll take you up the country and show you the bush. I'll be bound you won't get such a chance another day. So come and take possession of the old Bullock Dray. Ah, shit. Bloody words. Lost.